Darius Johnson. Cham, the Senegalese international player. Five-star recruit, Debo Coleman, the glue guy. The nuts and bolts. Now Johnson to the cup. Right hand, got it.
The spread offense that opened up some good passing lanes. The key with this UCF team is, of course, really good ball movement and body movement. Prime example in their first offensive possession.
Darius Johnson averaging 23 points a game in this tournament. Now Dixon, who got off to a slow start in his last game, only 4 points in the first half, but he ended with 28. Longino picks it up, pogo stick, short. Johnson pick and roll. Pulls up for three. Got it. This young man broke his elbow when he was in the 8th grade. Had to have surgery. When it healed in a funny way, and now he has to stick his elbow out, folks, to shoot the jump shot. That's how he gets so much height on that moonball. Will the Poplar. That's a great sign for Nova. Poplar hitting his first shot of the game. Had 16 on Thursday against SC on 5 of 16 shooting, so he didn't really shoot it that well.
No, but if he hits that shot, it just opens up everything else. But Debo Coleman, he came right back in the corner, retaliated with his own three-point make.
Debo Coleman, a lot bigger than Tiny Morton, who actually played Debo. He's 6'6", 220. Meanwhile, exploding. Enoch Boachi with 6 points against SC. Played some great defense, though. Long rebound, Brickus the other way. LaSalle transfer, crossover, gets to the basket and banks it down.
Old school point guard, right? In and out, use the body, take the contact and finish.
8-7 UCF, Johnson again. This time he's fouled. Longino call for the foul.
Don't you want to take this?
No, I'm gonna let Dad Kelvin play college hoops. His brother Xavier played college hoops at Southern Illinois, pro ball in Spain. Dad Kelvin, assistant coach for Johnny Dawkins on this UCF team. 10-7. Johnny Dawkins, what a player he was for Coach K and in the NBA.
I don't believe even his players realize how good he was. And speaking of good, Dixon with an open shot of how good Johnny Dawkins was.
They don't know.
Have no clue.
But we know.
Oh, yeah.
Johnson step back three. Looks like Darius Johnson early on can get a shot off anytime he wants.
Well, just read the screen. That time went under. He was able to get it all. But I don't want him and coaches have to settle for those shots.
Euro step. Poplar, no. Mahowski on the baseline. He's a German international. Hard push. Baseline. Debo. Count it.
See? That's that transition offense off of a tough shot. Multiple players. Mahowski that time led the charge, and Villanova not settled and locked up and connected defensively. Transition gives up a three.
Dixon, baseline. And the foul. Cham call for the foul. Let's go to Christina. $1,000 with a win in this game. That's what's on the line. A championship and a pretty nice payday. Head to Miami. South Beach.
Well, you get a bang for your buck because you come to Vegas to hang, have a great time, here all week, paid for.
Right.
You win the money.
Been on a private jet.
Been on the jet. Guess what?
JXX.
Then you head to South Beach.
JSX, private plane. Plane is red too, folks. Getting off looking like Michael Jordan in the Bulls in the day. Dixon. 13-10. Johnson. Started by Perkins. Draws a double. Somebody's open. They swing it. In and out. Child with the rebound. Johnson. Moon ball. And a foul. Perkins, who's had a wonderful tournament for UCF, will go to the line. 15:50 to play first half. 3-point.
We're shooting at 42%.
Coleman. Debo Coleman. Georgia Tech transfer as subs come in. From Memphis, Tennessee. Had a season-high 20 against Tulsa in December. 3 games in double figures this year. Coleman with 8 points now. UCF, 18-15 lead. Rickus. Dixon. Perkins. Jordan Dumont. Boachi on the court for the Wildcats. Rickus orchestrating the kick in the corner. That shot off the mark for Dumont.
I'll tell you what, the value of having a point guard that knows how to keep his dribble, to probe, and then get the shot. Didn't hit it, Perkins, but you got the shot because of Rickus and his patience.
Johnson walks it over the timeline. Classic handle for a point guard. Hesitation around the corner, reverse layup. Good with the left hand.
Just
easy.
A moon ball shooter, huh? They can't double get around. That was some patience, too.
It's a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful play.
Yeah, no. Got to the baseline, use the glass, soft touch.
Dixon facing Coleman. 8 to shoot. Rickus. 5 to shoot. Rickus. And a whistling foul coming up. Gino sets his feet. Oh! Boachi with the 2-man follow. 20-17. Ivy Curry straight away.
Money. Curry, too. Think about it. We talked about him playing with the injury, not starting, not in the lineup, but still being able to have a useful body, another ball handler, and a scorer.
Well-traveled college player, played at UTSA, University of Texas San Antonio. Move Poplar inside, close range, easy layup. Somehow he found an open sliver and lays it in. It's got 5 points. That's a brick by Ivy Curry, front court. And Dixon has it poked out of his hands and out of bounds.
Hey, line down, get it in. Hey, I want to strike home.
Longino. Longino forced it up and draws a foul.
That was smart because Longino actually was looking to try to make a pocket pass to Eric Dixon. But once he got, I believe, Johnson in the air, he then changed it and went up for a shot and picked up the foul.
Coleman called for the foul, his first third-team foul against the Knights. Jordan Longino, scoreless against USC on Thursday. He was 0 for 6 from the field, 0 for 3 from the three-point.
Heady play by the senior, Jordan Longino.
23-21. 12:15 to play. First half of the semifinal. The winner of this game advances to the championship. 2. The college this game and advance to the final to take on Nebraska and play for $300,000.
That's a chance.
Yes.
Was that it?
Yes.
Was that okay?
I talked to him before the game. He said, my mom called me as soon as the game was over. And she said, did you see yourself?
right. How you gonna see it?
I didn't see, Mom.
The game was just over. That's moms, though. That's what they do, man.
Baby.
Yep.
25-23. Great competition here this week, folks. So much hospitality, good energy. The weather's been great. Really hadn't gotten over about 72 degrees. There's Vinny.
Well, you know, the thing about what this tournament does, takes all the guesswork out of it. You at one place, one location, is taken care of, and now you can just go
hoop.
And go hoop. Keep it simple, right?
Ball knocked away, picked up Dior Johnson, baseline jump shot, good. Dior Johnson from Kingston, New York. Transferred from Pitt, had 4 points on Thursday, 5 already.
I like a little defense right here, little zone defense. It looked like back into a man-to-man.
Big 12 versus Big East. Villanova out of the Big East. Dixon. 4 to shoot. Poplar baseline, and he's fouled on the release by Johnson. Hugo Poplar, talk about a man that's been turning a lot of heads when it comes to the National Basketball Association.
No, he has been. I mean, because of his superior athleticism, I think his shot will continue to get better. He can guard multiple positions, which is great because in a small ball lineup, you're not afraid of putting him at the 4 sometimes and being able to stay with some bigger players.
You put him at the 4 at 6'5"?
If you go with a small lineup, I'm saying.
Okay.
You know, he can play 3-4. I mean, he can get switched on a bigger player, not to worry about. He can guard a smaller perimeter player.
Perkins called for his first foul. 15th foul against Nova. Darius Johnson has been aggressive offensively. To start, Cham, the freshman. Poplar the other way. Wooga, straight away. Boom.
Next level, got to get it up a little bit quicker, but right there showing his range, shot at 38% from behind 3 this year.
He's got a game-high 12. Meanwhile, Dior Johnson the other way. And he'll knock one down. 1-point game. Dior with 11 already.
Well, you see how quickly UCF got back. I mean, that was a shot by Villanova to make it 3, and then right back at you less than 8 seconds. UCF putting the ball through the basket.
Longino, 8 minutes to play. They've been going up and down, folks. Not a lot of whistles. And that's a hallmark of college basketball this season. These officials have been managing the game, letting guys play. Backdoor, Hendricks can't hold on, knocked out of bounds. We'll stay here. 7:45.
I mean, as far as the pace goes, neither team has turned the ball over as of yet. And boom ball.
Darius Johnson, another one. That ball can draw rain, folks. He's got 12 points. He's hit 2 threes on 5 attempts. Makes it a 33-29 game. Poplar, step back, step through. Ooh, how simple can it get?
Exactly. Excellent footwork, too. Got the young sophomore Hendricks to bite for a little pull-up.
33-31. Darius Johnson again with the flip and a foul on the shot.
Gus, if you go back to, and that right there, even though his elbow at the beginning starts out, he gets it back tucked in, and that gooseneck at the end, leaving that hand straight up and straight through, allows him still to be as efficient from deep range.
Makes a second. 14 points in the first half for DJ. 35-31. Rickus. He's been hot. Dixon sets the puppies. Snatched down, Dior Johnson. Darius, nice bounce pass. Chom.
Yeah, but that's a shot he'll be able to hit because he has the form. He's just getting into it now, but that little short roll, he could have kind of taken it to the basket more.
Still learning.
Yeah. Trying to take away that left hand from Dixon, Gus. Sending him back to the baseline.
And Chom's an interesting player because he reclassified.
Oh, yeah.
That means he's supposed to be a senior in high school right now. But he reclassified because he's such a great...
Did that. This year's National Player of the Year, Cooper Flack.
That's right. We'll be playing later on today, folks.
Yep.
The Dukies, Houston, Kelvin Sampson.
Oh.
That's going to be a game.
I tell you what. And now people are starting to realize how great of a X's and O's coach Kelvin Sampson is. I mean, it's on full display. The play, it ran from underneath out of bounds to beat Purdue. Now, Purdue scouted the play, thought it was going to the weak side, but the adjustment, the read, is what gave him the game.
And I'll give you a secret about Kelvin Sampson. Don't ever, Jimmy, play him in golf. He's a stick.
Yeah.
And he will take your money.
I heard that too.
Uh-huh. So 1-1 coming up for Debo Coleman. As Dixon. Give him a little time to tie his shoe.
Was that little student section underneath? Did you see it for Villanova? I love it, man. It's underneath. It's not the... There it is. Look at that. Oh, that's dope, man.
Wildcats
Come on, man. Come on, man. You know, if you a college kid, you get a chance to go to Vegas for the weekend and hang out and cheer on your team.
Only problem with that, I don't know if they're going to make it back to campus. But what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Hey, they may not be able to make it later on in the week. I don't think Monday going to happen if Villanova advances.
Monday definitely going to happen. 37-33. Here's Dixon. And a reaching foul on Benny Williams. He didn't like it. His second.
And then another one here.
Eric Dixon just keeps getting
rebounding, playing spot minutes. Next year it expanded to a little bit more, started to be utilized in the post. Junior, and then now look where he's at. I mean, all over the place. I mean, you go from that to leading the nation in scoring.
Ivy Curry a three and rattled it home. No hesitation from Jordan Ivy Curry. At 7 points on Thursday against UC, now with 6 in the first half.
Yeah, Mark Nardi, the coach for Villanova, wanted to get into his own defense, but the communication wasn't there for Villanova, and that just opened it up for Jordan Ivy Curry.
Dixon. Jordan Ivy Curry, nice save. Right into the hands of Darius Johnson to a Mahovsky. This time Ivy Curry driving, turns. Mahovsky with the offensive rebound, new shot clock for the Knights of UCF. Out of the Big 12 Conference, located in Orlando, Florida. Chom a three. Under 5 to play. First half of the semifinals. The winner will advance to the championship game tomorrow to take on Nebraska, and they'll play for $300,000. This a $100,000 cash game. These teams have already secured $50,000. Poplar to kick. Longino. Chom of the rebound. Outlet quickly. Ivy Curry head of the field to the hole. Right hand. I know. Poplar with a rebound in the corner. Longino. Posting now. Rejected by Tom, out of bounds. Does have 9 points, however. He's 7 of 7 from the free throw line. 3 to shoot, baseline, Longino. And Chom with a rebound. Ivy Curry the other way, along with Darius Johnson, Chom, Coleman, and Mahovsky. Ivy Curry using his body, trying to get inside on Brickus. Brickus ties him up. Possession arrow favors Villanova. Well defended.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Jordan Ivy Curry had in his mind that he wanted to try to team because of trying to win that individual matchup of possession.
Poplar trying to get to his sweet spot. Right around there. Exactly.
I like it, bro. Hey, keep it simple. He didn't even have to dribble. He squared him up, shot right over the top.
16 points for Wooga Poplar on 5 of 7 shooting. This kid is electric, folks.
Man, don't tell me a men's shot.
Dynamic. He's from Philly. So he's got that hard-nosed, hard Philly-style game.
You know, and he's grown into an offensive player that's added a lot to his game. And that little sequence right there to me, listen, the mid-range is not worth as much. But I tell you what, that 2 points gets you closer to that 40 that you need to get to than if you take a 3 and don't make it.
Johnson, first free throw up and good. Wide open. Still won't go for him. Boachi there for the rebound. A new shot clock. Dixon again reloads. Rebounded Boachi. And he's fouled. That's the thing about Villanova that I don't like. It seems like they can get or fall in love with the three-point shot, and when it's not going, they're still chucking.
In the system, you got different players. Remember, that was potent when you had DiVincenzo and Josh Hart and
Jalen
Brunson and Ryan Archidiakin on that crew, okay? They were coming plentiful off of dribble penetration and guys to knock it in. A lot of the same offensive sets are being run, but you have different components. And they're not as effective as a team.
Now remember, the Villanova athletic department made a change in leadership, and they released Kyle Neptune as their head coach after 3 seasons. They have a new head coach coming in, Kevin Willard, who comes from the University of Maryland. Sweet 16 performance for Coach Willard and the Terps. Coach Willard, formerly of Seton Hall, where he had some really, really successful teams. Kevin Willard. Year. What's very interesting is that none of the coaches on this Villanova squad know what's going to happen with their future. He is not contacted or had any kind of conversations about moving forward. Coach Willard saying he wants to win this championship, and then we'll talk about all that stuff later.
Yeah, it's a tough situation, and I'm happy for the young men who are coaching because they have a connection with the roster. And they still decided to come not having the head coach. So they owe it to themselves, to these young men who want to play, to the university, to ride this thing out. Now, as you know, when you have a change, I don't care if that's in business, in basketball, you kind of bring in your own people, and that's from top to bottom, not just on the bench, but, you know, in the quote-unquote now the front office. So a lot of changes will probably be made, but I'll tell you what, this staff, for the years that they've been here, done a phenomenal job of not just producing championships, but great young men.
It all started with Jay Wright. GQJ, 2 national championships.
I'll tell you what, probably one of the smartest men ever. He knew when to exit stage left before all this other stuff started to happen. And cause you know why, Gus? He leaves like this. If he would have stayed, he would have won more.
What was that cartoon character, that Snagglepuss?
Yeah, right?
I think that's what it was. Exit stage.
Exit stage. But think about it. If you stay too long, they like you stay too long. But if you leave early, oh, he could have won 5 or 6 more championships. You know?
43-40. 2:22 to go. Hendricks just continues to have a sensational tournament. He should be on the all-tournament team.
Yep.
Tyler Hendricks.
He has no hesitation either. He don't look like somebody that played
An average 3 points a game.
Yeah, 11 minutes a game, right? He looked real comfortable out there.
That was his first 3. He has 6, averaging 14 in this tournament. Brickus, he can really stroke it. And a travel.
On a step back. You know, and back to Villanova too. Look, they shoot 39%, almost 40% from threes on the year. But sometimes, like to your point, they settle for 3-point shots. You know what I mean? That's the first turnover for the game for both teams.
Darius Johnson, quick burst to the basket, and a foul.
Watch this, Darius Johnson turns the corner right here. Watch the explosion. Switches over to the left hand.
Brickus called for the foul, his first. Darius Johnson at the line. Continues to show great leadership, scoring the basketball. 18 points in the first half. And it's a quiet 18.
Right?
Johnson 8 for 9 from the free throw line. Second one good. 19. 8-point lead. UCF. 1:40 to go. First half. Largest lead of the game. Poplar. Takes the 3. Save from going out of bounds to Longino. But Longino throws it to Coleman. Debo to the bucket. No. Boachi called for the foul. His second.
Your bad shot leads to UCF just getting out and running. I'll tell you what, and I said it before, the advanced pass, pushing it up early. They do an outstanding job of head up. If a man is open, throw it to him. Allow them to, try and make a play.
Remember, Villanova rallied from 12 down to come back and defeat USC on Thursday. Debo. Now it's zoned by UCF. Poplar. Angles. And a foul. Kenny Williams is third. 15 points a game this season, 7 rebounds, close to 2 assists. Dumont back on the court. Second one goes. 20 points for Poplar in the first half on 8 of 8 shooting from the free throw line. 52.9 to play. Johnson dancing. Baseline, Hendricks, catch and shoot. Air ball. Mahosky back to Hendricks. Be careful. Johnson will shoot that one from the logo. Crosses over. Baseline. Mahosky in and out. 23 seconds remaining in the first half. Shot clock turned off. And a timeout called by the Cats. Don't forget, folks, tomorrow on Fox, Liv in a wide-open NBA could be interesting. Now Brickus. Poplar, 8 seconds. drives, block, Boachi, rebound and stick back. And that'll be the end of the first half with a score 4.